Of a threat. When officers arrived here, they found a man suffering from life-threatening injuries. They pulled that man to safety and they provided emergency medical aid. The Seattle Fire Department also arrived on scene and provided emergency medical aid. Despite all life-saving efforts, an adult male was pronounced deceased at the scene by SFD. The suspect retreated inside of a nearby house and barricaded himself inside, the 51-year-old man. And then our hostage negotiation team, or our police negotiators, they arrived on scene to try to negotiate the man's surrender. Our SWAT team also arrived on scene, and they assumed tactical command of the scene. Our police officers, and our SWAT team established a safety perimeter while the negotiations ensued. Now, ultimately, our SWAT team deployed less lethal munitions, and the suspect exited the residence, and SWAT took him into police custody, and that's where we're at now.
Any idea the relationship between the victim and suspect?
I don't know the specific relationship. I know that was a group home. When I find out more about that, I will let you guys know, but it is presumed that they did know each other.
We were told, I think, by fire that this was a roughly 7-year-old man, the victim. Is that something you could confirm?
I don't have the age of the victim. I can tell you the King County Medical Examiner, they will arrive on scene, they will take custody of the deceased, and they will determine the cause and the manner of death, and of course they will identify the body. They will identify the name of the deceased.
You said he retreated to a nearby house. Is this not his residence?
So this is a group home. I believe he lives inside there. That is not 100% verified, but after the initial assault or the stabbing, he retreated into that house and he barricaded himself in the upper level of that house. I do believe he lives there, but I do not have that verified yet.
You think the victim lived there too?
I believe they both live there, but again, that is not verified. That's part of the investigation to find out the relationship, and in fact, if they both lived inside of that residence, but they both were a part of this group home, so right now it's presumed that they were both residents inside. We will try to verify that information though.
Do you know the age of the suspect?
Suspect is a 51-year-old man.
That's right.
Yeah.
Are you giving his name out?
Once he's booked into King County Jail, I'll be authorized to release his name.
You said the victim was pulled kind of to a safer area. Was the initial assault or call that you guys responded to, was that inside of this residence or was it around in front of it?
So it was either in or it was either near or inside. I don't have that exact spot, but it was very, very close to that residence, if not in the area. I know our police officers had to pull that man to safety while maintaining control of that scene and making sure that they had cover to do so. So when officers arrived on scene, they pulled the man from that residence and they got him to safety as other officers began establishing their safety perimeter.
The victim, I mean, we've kind of seen on the sidewalk here. Now, can you guys kind of start processing that and taking care of that aspect? Obviously, this was ongoing throughout all of this.
Yeah, so when you have an evolving situation like this, the safety and the tactical response has to take precedence. We do have police officers that are always standing by the deceased body to make sure that it's safe and to make sure that scene is protected. So now that the SWAT response is over and the suspect in custody, our crime scene investigation unit and our homicide unit, they will now begin processing the scene. It will likely take a couple of hours, But until they are finished, the King County Medical Examiner will come out and retrieve the deceased body. But right now, that is part of the ongoing investigation.
I have two questions. One, did you say the victim died by a stabbing?
Yes, yeah, the information I have right now was it was an assault with the use of a knife.
And then do you guys have a narrative yet about what the circumstances that led up to the stabbing?
No, do not. So we've just taken the suspect into custody, and as I always say, the circumstances leading up to the stabbing and leading up to their altercation, that is under investigation. So I don't have that answer yet.
Are you able to say at this point, does SPD have any previous knowledge of either the suspect or the victim? Do they have
I don't know. I don't have their information or their history with me. I haven't heard that while I'm on scene. That'll also be a part of the investigation to find out what their connection was, whether or not the suspect has any criminal history. All that is going to be taking place very soon. So the suspect's only been in custody for about 15, 20 minutes. And that's just part of the process to try to understand who he is and of course, identify the victim and understand who he was, as well as their relationship.
You know, maybe can you speak to the importance of like conflict resolution?
Well, of course, I would say as a police department, we always encourage people, if they have any conflict, that they resolve those verbally. We never want it to escalate into violence. Obviously, that's a very, very bad thing. It's bad for our community, and of course, it's very terrible if that results in a homicide. So at this point, we would always encourage people, if there's a resolution that they can't solve, to call 911. That way our uniformed officers, we have officers that are trained in crisis response, incident resolution, crisis resolution, as well as de-escalation. So we would always encourage the public, if there's a problem that they can't solve or a resolution they can't get through, to call 911 and have our uniformed officers respond and assist them. We do a lot more than just arrest people. A lot of times it is just solving problems and getting people to separate. That way we never result in something like this.
Is there extra complexity with this being a group home?
No, I don't think so. We treat this as any other police response. I haven't, there were no complexities that I was aware of. This was a barricaded suspect inside. We train for these all the time. Our SWAT team has exceptional training, special weapons and tactics training for scenarios like this. This is nothing that they haven't responded to before. This is nothing that they're not in control of resolving.
What'd y'all do with the rest of the people in the house?
So I don't have any information about other people in the house. I did hear that there may have been one person inside, so I don't have that information. I don't know how many people were inside of the residence when this unfolded.
Did you locate the weapon by chance?
I'm sorry?
Did you locate the weapon?
So I'm not going to speak on that. That's an evidentiary matter.
Who called 911?
I don't have that confirmed, so I'm not going to speak on that. Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to say?
No.
Thank you.
Okay, no problem.
2:15 sound like the right duration?